Hey YouTube, how's it going? Chaos Simple Dragons here. It's been a while, but I thought I'd bring you my Orcust Horus deck profile that I put together. I've used Tyrell from APS as a template to try and build on. I took it to a regional just this weekend and I went X4 in 8 rounds, so not the best, but it's helped me learn a lot about the deck and probably things I want to change. But let's bring you the profile. Obviously, it's been a while since we put a profile on the channel, so I know you guys have been waiting. Okay, so first we'll get with the Orcust cards. So I was playing 3 Gearsu. Really great starter. Wanted to just kind of see it all the time. 2 Orcust Nightmare, 1 Skeleton, 1 Boss Bard. I think this is really essential because sometimes you could have Orcust cards in your hand and you need to unbrick. So Boss Bombard is really useful just to link off and then banish to someone from your hand. So I still think it's a very useful card. 1 World Legacy World 1 as usual, and then 1 Babel, 1 Orchestrated Return, 1 Crescendo, and then the Foolish Burial, which is sort of the honorary Orcust card. Pretty standard. I'll say Bombard's probably the only difference one, but otherwise, what you kind of expect to see in the deck. Orcust engine worked really great. Every time I saw it, it was great. Opponents were just like, what the hell does this do? They obviously didn't play in the era, but it was great. Next set of cards was the Horus cards. These were awesome. So 3 of the Imseti, 1 of the Happy, 1 of, I'm going to attempt to pronounce it, Kui Ben Sinuf, Protection of the Horus. So, and then 2 King Sarcophagus. This engine was really great. Whenever I had a Horus monster left on field and the opponent tried to attack into it, even though I had this on, you could send it off. Apologies, not feeling quite well with the cough. I could send it to the graveyard, which is really good. So this is really good. I really want to bump this up to 3 and add in the 4th one because I just think this engine's like really good. And there were times where during the grind game, my opponent would probably get rid of both the King Sarcophagus that I'd been through. So then it was like, if I had a 3rd, I could probably carry on. The next engine was the Bysital engine. So 3 Libellion, 1 Magnumet, 1 Druisworm, 1 Soraneer, 1 Regain, 1 Chaos Space, and I added in a Chaos Dragon Levineer just as another search target. This wasn't good for me. I get it. It's a very good engine. It's a very powerful engine, but I just felt I had a lot more success when I was working on the Orcust or the Horus cards rather than the Bestials. So I just felt like this was a bit lackluster for me. So I'm probably going to take this engine out and work with something else because, to complement this engine, you've got this engine as well, which is the Vision Resonator and the Crimson Gaia. If you saw this combination of cards, it was great. What normally would happen though is you'd have a Horus engine, the Orcust engine, and then you might have like a Bestial or something, or maybe a Regain, and it's kind of like, this isn't going to work. So I'd rather just stick with those engines. So I probably will cut this to concentrate more on those other 2, and that gives me quite a lot of flex spot as well. So yeah, not the I understand it if you play it, fair play. I don't, but I do think probably just not for this deck. So to complement, I had 3 Castro Fenrir. Really broken card, it should be a staple in every deck. This is going to stay in. This worked really well. Because even just summoning this, getting a spare card, so getting another copy, and then using that on the King Sark was just really good. And then kind of for the non-engine stuff, I played 3 costs out and a core buy. Really good. Whenever I wanted the games I won where I opened up, say, just an Imseti and no real other engine, cross out was really useful because it did get ashed quite a lot. So then being able to cross out the ash or an imperm on my Gearsu and stuff was really important. So my opponent was just like, shit, and then I'd go and build my board. So this was really good. I'll probably keep these in and try and figure out a better ratio. And then for the rest of the traps, or hand traps, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Imperm, I had 2 Triple Tactics, and then the last card was 3 Evenly. This worked to an extent. Like, there was games where obviously lost the die roll, went second, and I would have Evenly overhand, which is pretty good. But, you know, it's probably not worth it, so I'll probably take it out and put in something else. So 50 cards in the main deck. I will be cutting it down. This was just purely the test to see how well Orcust could do. So yeah, I'm really happy with kind of the results. Like, I know they can be better, but this is a good starting point, and like knowing what I want to take out and how I want to cut the deck down. Moving to the extra deck, which I think is going to change quite a bit. 2 Galatea, 1 Longesu. I think I only made this once, so I might change that. And the other problem is, if I did make it, I never had enough machine monsters banished, so might change. 2 Dengirisu, only ever really needed 1, so I might cut that down. 1 Linkuriboh, pretty much every game. IP, every game. SP Little Knight, pretty much every match. Really, the mirror of this was really funny. I'd say that's probably where Brandy Regain came in clutch, is having Regain on the field. If your opponent does their SP Little Knight, you're like, yeah, sure, and then you shuffle it back in and get the draw. So that's probably where it was really good, but otherwise, the mirror match of this is really annoying. 1 Photon Lord, whenever I could, I would make it. It's just added protection. 1 Superstar Slayer, never made it. Matches where I wanted to make it, my opponent never summoned from the extra deck more than 3 times, which was really annoying. So a bit iffy on this, but you know. And then got the Synchro Engine, so 1 Sky Dragon Archfiend, I think I made that twice. Red Dragon Archfiend came out once. Excel, never made it. Baron, I think I made once. And Bysital, I think I made a couple of times. Yeah, the Synchro stuff I'm probably going to take out and probably concentrate more on links and XYZs and go from there, just because, like, looking for Vision Resonator just to do some Synchro plays was just really frustrating, so I might just cut that out and try and build a more consistent package with Orcust and Horus. But that is that. I'll go through my side deck very quickly. So in my side deck, which probably does need work as well, 3 Nibiru, 3 Draw on Lockbird, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, from Team APS, and I'll say it was amazing. Deck Lockdown worked so well, and Spellbound. I think the times where I could have used Spellbound, like in a flu matchup, like the guy had the Harpy Featherstorm, so it was gone. And then Deck Lockdown against Unchain and was brilliant. Like, it completely locked him out. I won the game straight away. So some very good side deck. These are 2 very good side deck cards, so I want to see them more often. But yeah, that's the deck. So I hope you liked it. Please comment and like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for the deck, you know, please share. Would like to see. As I said, I will be sort of continuing it and changing it. I think there are some changes to be made, but it was a very fun deck and it was quite nice to play Orcust again. So yeah, hope you enjoy. See you next time.